Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya nak jodoh Coach Zuhri Yuyi. Welcome, saya nak bantu anda mendapat kemanisan perkahwinan yang berkat bahagia dengan pelan pantas jodoh. Okay, so I am excited to launch this. Okay, so okay, jodoh serius test kit. Kan? Sekarang ni macam-macam test kit. Ini jodoh yang serius. You nak ni nak test orang tu serius ke tidak ke, gatal ke, saja nak gatal ke, okay. Okay, so why this is important? Jeng, jeng, jeng. Okay, so why this is important? It is because let me start with the context. Every day, setiap hari, setiap hari, I get messages from women and guys also, mostly women, but guys also, that they jumpa someone on a portal jodoh, or sometimes even real life, kan? Whether this person usah dia sebab serius atau tidak, whether this person yang jumpa dia on on portal jodoh tu serius ke or saja nak main-main, kan? As you know, I think I've explained before that there's a research says that some people use dating app as an entertainment, as a form of entertainment, especially this past pandemic. Dia swipe. Kalau kena lah, tak kena lah, kan? So it's a form of entertainment. Sebab dia boring, dia nak usah someone, kan? So that's one. And another thing, there's an additional app yang diorang boleh pakai to auto swipe right, supaya kalau kena, numbers game. It's not whether they're serious or not. And on portal jodoh juga, some say that selalu complain to me is they say hi, banyak sangat hi sampai letih, kan? Sampai exhaustion, banyak sangat hi, tapi bila balas dia hanya nak kenal, tapi cara dia nak kenal tu cara yang gatal, kan? Saja nak menggatal, and menggatal satu, and then tapi dia layan, tapi dia tak tahu cara ta'aruf tu macam mana, tak tahu nak ta'aruf cara Islamik tu macam mana, kan? Lepas tu berkenalan setahun lebih, back and forth, tapi tak ke mana, kan? Berkawan tanpa haluan. So that is one of the reasons that I'm making this jodoh serious test kit ni, kan? And also, the messages I get, WhatsApp messages I've been replying to every day, all day, dia in a relationship with someone, tapi tak tahu boyfriend dia ni serius nak kahwin atau tidak, kan? Dah lama berkawan tapi dia tak nak masuk minang, kan? Tak tahu dia serius atau tidak, tapi dah buat emotional investment dah banyak, and hati pun dah terpaut and susah nak let go. And bila being introduced to someone, through someone match them, and then dia orang rasa macam terpaksa berkenalan, and they feel compelled, and then tak tahu nak tanya apa, and then they WhatsApp back and forth. What happens is, with soalan-soalan yang non-substantial type of questions, things like, dah makan ke, dah balik kerja ke, kan? Tanya soalan dah makan ke, bulan puasa, nak makan apa bulan puasa, kan, siang-siang. So dah balik kerja ke, ni tengah hari, aku kat tempat kerja lah, kan? So sometimes they orang serious, tapi tak tahu nak tanya soalan apa. Sebab some guys and some ladies also tak tahu nak tanya soalan apa dalam berkenalan nak cari jodoh ni, kan? Because it's a very nerve-wracking thing. I understand, I've been there, right? Tak tahu nak tanya apa. And from my experience as sebagai seorang tukang cari jodoh, as a matchmaker, I have gathered a lot of questions into many categories. And so it starts with, when you meet someone, you first work to eliminate them supaya they don't waste your time, okay? Because what ladies tell me is that, I'm not getting any younger, and, I'm wasting a lot of time with people yang tak serious. People message me, people connect to me with me on portal jodoh. I'm being introduced to people yang tak serious and yang main-main kan. Bila jumpa je dia disappointed. So we want to save your time, our precious time kan. We are anything but we are nothing but time. Nothing for time. Anyway, so we don't want to waste your time, and we want to know that this person who's talking to you prioritizes you in this relationship, kan? Bukan macam nanti ada time baru dia nak bincang lah pasal kahwin, kan? Nanti ada time lah. Nanti when I have time, when I'm not too busy, then I'll meet your parents. When I'm not too busy, we'll talk about it. Tapi bila, kan? And then but in the meantime, tak tahu nak tanya apa, tanya basic questions yang just on the surface level questions, because I know you want to ask questions yang substantial, yang deep. You nak korek maklumat pasangan you yang seumur hidup ni, kan? Bukan ni it's not just a coffee date. It's just not someone you just get to know for just for fun. It's a matter of you want to get to know this person because ini pasangan seumur hidup. Ini pasangan yang you dan dia nak menzahirkan anak-anak yang soleh dan solehah, insya-Allah, kan? It's not just fun questions, okay? It's not just saja gatal nak korek maklumat. Tak. It is a matter of your children. It's a matter of your jannah. Marriage is one of the pathway to jannah. And this is a matter of your jannah also. It's not just fluffy romantica stuff. Tak. And this questions helps to dive deep, dive deep. And it's not just surface level questions. Of course, it starts with surface level question, like I'm going to share with you tonight. It is starts with basic questions yang icebreaker, so that tak terkejut kan, tiba-tiba cakap pasal faith, religion, family, in-laws, finance, kang terkejut, that mamat tu terkejut kang, you don't want to cut him off, get him out of the game too soon kan. Give him a chance to prove himself, or him or herself kan, so that you know that this person is serious. It's a person who's talking to you about marriage. It's just not in and out. Tak ada yang just macam okay, alright, boleh. So just to know, to make sure that this person yang bercakap dengan you ni is not playing games, alright. So you don't have to sing quit playing games with my heart, okay. So who is this for? Who is this jodoh serious test kit for? It is untuk orang yang in a relationship, tapi tak tahu relationship tu nak pergi mana. Dia tak nak masuk minang, dia tak serious, tak nak commit, And second, you tak ada calon jodoh lagi, but it will prepare you. So when you meet someone, you will know this person is serious about you or not. Okay, because this question starts with surface, but it will get deeper. And so one is orang yang already have a relationship. Second, to orang yang belum ada calon jodoh lagi, but when you are preparing for yourself to meet someone, you need to know what you are going to be asked and what you can ask, so you don't spend time WhatsApping each other, messaging, dah makan ke belum, kan, dah tidur ke belum, silly questions like this, and then tak nak you harapan menggunung, kan, in the meantime, and it goes nowhere, and then the perkenalan tu, bertaaruf tu bertahun-tahun, and then in the meantime dia cari orang lain, okay. So this is to help you not waste your precious life. This is to help you make sure the person is serious. This is to help you eliminate orang yang tak serious straight away. Okay? Alright. So, let me give you the context first. The context why, at what stage in the jodoh map of these questions is at. Okay? So, Let me put this on screen. Okay, so pertama sekali, right, ini adalah the jodoh map. Alright, you sendiri yang nak kahwin kerana cinta Allah. You nak cari orang yang juga berakhlak, beragama, yang beriman, yang juga cinta Allah. Okay, so this is when you meet that person. Okay, so next, let me explain sikit-sikit. Alright, bit by bit. Kalau I put all of it at the same time, Kang, you overwhelm. Okay, and this is calon. Okay, on this side is your calon, and your calon, and okay, this is our plan to have a nak jodoh Ramadan. I want you to have a calon jodoh by Ramadan in 2022. Okay, so preparing you from now until then supaya you dah you boleh dah ada calon lah, kan? InsyaAllah by the end of next year you dah nikah, kan? You dah already send me your kad jemputan kahwin. Boleh? You dah kahwin? At least let me know. You tak payah jemput lah. At least let me know that I've helped you. I know I'm on the right track, and give me feedback so that I know I'm helping. All right. So okay. So ni you, and then you calon you, and then you jumpa calon. What do you do next? Next is you first pastikan dia serious. You go through a process of elimination. Okay, elimination tu you buang dulu hampir-hampir yang tak serius, yang gatal, yang memang you tak nak lah. Memang you tak nak, kan? You tak nak. And then at the same time, you have the choice. Remember, you have a choice to eliminate yourself out of the game juga. Just because there's another person yang suka kat you, tapi you tak suka kat dia, why are you wasting your time with someone you don't like? Kan? Okay, you have a choice. Okay, you have a choice to say no. Learn to say no. Please learn to say no. Okay, so acceleration. After elimination, you dah buang yang hampir-hampir tu, you find this one person yang you rasa, hey, boleh on lah with this person, kan? Maybe boleh on. Boleh, boleh take it to the next level. There's a series of questions you can ask, deeper questions that I will provide, insyaAllah. And it will help you macam speed up the process. Okay? So that you don't waste time. Okay, we're not getting any younger. Like my clients always tell me, I'm not getting younger. I need to get married. Okay, I want to get married. I'm not getting any younger. It gets harder as we get older. Betul. Not impossible, but does get a bit more difficult. Right. So decision. Come to a decision. How do you decide the one? How do you decide the one for you? Again, how do you decide the one for you? And then it moves to family introduction. Okay, just a disclaimer, it's not macam you decide then you introduce your family, but it's possible juga what you can do is you introduce to your family, get then you decide. Okay, it's up to you. It's up to you. You can introduce to your family, then you decide. Kan? And then dah decide, tunang lah. Tunang and nikah. And then walimah, kenduri kahwin, send me the kad jemputan, and then honeymoon, and then the marriage really starts. Couple planning. Okay, marriage begins after after the honeymoon. Alright, so kalau boleh you kahwin tahun depan, and then pergi honeymoon while hotels are still cheap. Alright, and okay, so just providing you context, these questions are at the elimination stage. Elimination stage for you to to eliminate dulu, untuk pastikan yang dia serius dahulu. Okay, so these are the questions. Cheng cheng cheng, cheng cheng cheng. Alright, so if you can look at the screen. Okay, this is the jodoh serious test kit. So you boleh pastikan orang tu serius. Okay, I will put a video of explanation, an explainer video kat sini, so you can watch this again while you are using this test kit. You first use it on yourself. Use it on yourself to understand yourself. Nanti kalau dia tanya you, you boleh jawab, kan? And you give him a link of this questionnaire, and dia boleh isi and dia boleh pass kat you, kan? And so you don't have to WhatsApp back and forth satu soalan, tak payah WhatsApp malam, okay? Please don't WhatsApp malam, korang belum kahwin, belum lagi halal, don't do that, okay? One thing leads to another. And so why it's important, again, because also you nak kahwin dengan orang to build a life together for the rest of your life, okay? For you to get married and stay married, okay? Get and stay married, bukan just is no plaything, okay? I know portal jodoh out there paints it as, happy ever after. Marriage requires effort, constant effort, and constant. Marriage is a process. It's a process to continually improve ourselves, and marriage also reveals us of who we are. If you're a horrible person, if you're an a-hole now, and you're married, you're gonna be a bigger one. Okay, so betul, kan? It amplifies us, it magnifies who we are. So baik test and filter awal-awal supaya you tak salah pilih jodoh. Okay, this is the whole goal of this series test kit, supaya you tak salah pilih jodoh. Okay, siapa yang nak salah pilih jodoh? No one, right? Unless you purposely asking for trouble. Okay, so these are icebreaker questions. Of course, there are deeper questions like finance, in-laws, money, concepts of marriage, kan? And apa lagi? Apa lagi soalan yang serius yang you nak tanya? I've put them into categories, and so that it's easier for you to ask. Every step of elimination, acceleration, and decision, each of those ada questions yang you boleh tanya as the perkenalan and ta'aruf goes on. Okay, so start with icebreaker, start small, start light. Sebab apa? Nanti terkejut. Kalau soalan tu serius sangat, kan, tiba-tiba cakap pasal finance and financial planning, tiba-tiba terkejut, and you don't want to cut him or her off too early in the game, kan. Bagilah Chan. Alright, so okay, boleh? Alright, so I will be giving this link nanti. Okay, so apakah purpose of this icebreaker questions? It starts light, fun and easy. Basic questions. Kalau soalan senang ni pun dia tak nak jawab, maksudnya dia tak serius. Okay, dia saja nak cakap hi, dia saja nak gatal. So, just playing the field, kan, as they say. So, insyaAllah, this can help with avoiding love scam, insyaAllah. At least put them through filters and test them. Okay, eliminate orang yang tak serius, yang nak menuju perkahwinan. Yang tak serius, dia saja nak kenal sebab nak gatal, sebab dia lonely, sebab it's platform portal jodoh ada yang bagi free trial, kan, so dia nak trial dengan you. Tak nak macam tu, nak elakkan trial test drive dengan you. Okay, so eliminate orang yang hanya gatal nak kenal, and supaya tak buang masa dengan orang yang nak frustkan hati. It gets exhausting, kan? Frustration and exhaustion. Frustration and exhaustion. This happens a lot, especially practically everyone that comes to me tell me these two words: frustration and exhaustion of online portal, apa semua, kan, dating game, the dating life, the chasing and the hunting of kena usha. About portal jodoh, let me give a disclaimer. I know the founders of those portal jodoh, they mean well. they mean well, they want to help people get married. But orang yang masuk portal jodoh tu, uh, they have not been they have been screened in a way, but not thoroughly. The best screener is you. You are the best person to filter out all of this because you yang nak kahwin, kan. And orang yang masuk portal jodoh yang lain-lain tu kadang dia orang masuk sebab dia orang nak game the system, kan. Tujuan portal jodoh tu baik, ya, the founder buat portal jodoh tu baik sebab dia nak tolong you kahwin, tapi orang yang masuk tu tak tahu macam mana nak taaruf. Dia gatal, or dia play games, dia tak ada timeline, tak tahu macam mana taaruf in a way how Islamically it should be done. And you know, kata for example, a lot of cases yang reported to me is that dia cakap hi, and then she reply hi, and then nak kenal, okay, seems alright, kan. So far so good, tak ada gatal-gatal. But as it goes on, after a few months, and then she starts to wonder. It's like, okay, so ni dah kenal ni, what are your intentions? You cakap nak kahwin, but you know, how serious are you? Do you have a deadline? Do you have a plan? Bila nak kahwin, are you going to meet my parents? Uh, are we going to meet face to face in person? Kan? And she would build some anxiety. So if you give another person time to dilly-dally about serious things like this, they will dilly-dally. It is a serious thing, of course. Marriage is a serious matter, probably one of the biggest decisions you're going to make in your life. But um, people will dilly-dally with big decisions like this if you'll give them time to dilly-dally. And what usually happens if you are not tegas with timeline, kan, cakap okay, contoh, kalau you buat takruf cara yang betul, cara buat takruf yang betul, you start with, okay, I'm going to get to know you, we exchange this questionnaire within 1 month or 3 months, up to you, okay, not too long and not too short. And it you exchange this questionnaire, and what do you do after that? You tell him or her, cakap, okay, if we've exchanged these questions back and forth, and I think we know each other well enough, you should talk to my parents, okay, you should talk to my father, or you come meet my family, and then I also need to meet your family, see if we are fit and all that. And then uh, can give him or her an ultimatum. Keyword, if you're not taking anything learning from this, is keyword is ultimatum. Tulis ultimatum. Tulis, tolong tulis. Otherwise, you will be in a prolonged anxiety-filled relationship. Okay, so it's very important to have an ultimatum. Kita dah perkenalan ni, and then kalau you serious, you talk to my father. Okay, kalau you serious, this is my father's phone number, call him. It's like that. That's what my wife did to me. Of course, had had anxiety. Of course, I nervous, but I had to man up. So but what happens? My opinion, my thoughts on my wife when I berkenalan dengan dia at that time when she gave me an ultimatum, I actually have more respect for her because she knows what she wants. And I feel macam, aku tak boleh main-main dengan perempuan ni. And she knows what she wants. She's not playing around. She knows how to do this. And honestly, this whole formula is from my wife. And I'm explaining it to you how she successfully got me to man up. Kan? If she did not give me an ultimatum, I think I will still be dilly-dallying, and playing around. So what she did to me, I mean, just to give you the context, is I met her in May. We exchanged email back and forth for a month, and then she told me, okay, this is our last email, after 1 month of emailing it, this is our last email. If you're serious, this is my father's phone number, call him. If you don't call him by the end of the month, I consider that you are not serious and we move our separate ways. Okay, you have until end of the month, which is June. Okay. So what happened is it took me about 2 weeks to think about it. She gave me time. She gave me time to think about it. And finally, it's like, okay, let's call my father-in-law, my future father-in-law. And I met him, and he really interrogated me. In fact, what really convinced me to marry my wife is my father-in-law. He did, bukan dia suruh I kahwin anak dia, but the way he interrogated me, it is shows me how well uh, he's raised her. Shows me how he wants to make sure that his daughter is happy, because he wants his daughter to be, give her his daughter's hand to me, uh, to be sure. He wants to be sure. So because dia sayang anak, kan? Dia sayang anak, sebab tu dia interrogate. Kalau dia tak sayang, ambil je lah, kan? Ambil je lah. Tak kisahlah engkau siapa. But because he was strict with me, because he was, uh, interrogating me, that's why I'm convinced that this is a good woman to be the mother of my children, and this is a good companion for the rest of my life, because the father was strict. Okay, um, instead of thinking macam, pakcik ni banyak sangat soalan lah, kan, banyak sangat soalan, nak pergi kahwin ke tidak, kan, menyusahkan orang ke, kan, tak. Look at it like this. Dia sayang anak dia. Sebab tu dia tanya banyak soalan. Okay guys, kalau dia tak sayang anak dia, dia lepaskan macam tu lah. Tak kisahlah kau siapa, ambil je lah asalkan kau kahwin. Unfortunately, let me digress a bit. Unfortunately, um, parents yang sayang anak, of course, sayang anak, tapi not processing the calon jodoh properly, kan? Asalkan kau kahwin, kahwin je lah siapa-siapa. Kau pergilah mengurat siapa-siapa. No, that's dangerous. Those red flags are with your parents. Asalkan kau kahwin, nanti anak dia kahwin dengan siapa-siapa pun bahayalah, kan, sebab dia tak pilih. Memang nak kahwin ni kena memilih. Bukan nak cakap, people say, kau ni memilih sangat lah. Memanglah kena pilih. You have to choose. You have to be choosy. Because this is a partner for the rest of your life. You have to choose right. You have to choose properly. Kan? And these questions will help you choose. Filter out, eliminate yang tak serious. Okay? Boleh. Okay? These questions, you pakai untuk you, so you can be clear of what you want, and you can ask the other person, calon jodoh yang you jumpa tu, of his perspective, his or her perspective of these things, of whether he's serious or not, satu. Second is their perspective on marriage. And this is just the icebreaker question. Kalau icebreaker question pun dia tak nak jawab, tak boleh jawab, malas tak sanggup nak jawab, dia tak serius lah. Okay, so this is a tool for you to make sure that person is serious, a tool for you to faham isi hati seseorang itu. Okay, boleh? Alright. Cool. Alright, so this questions is based on my experience as a matchmaker. Okay, some might seem frivolous, but every question has a meaning behind it. Okay, basic questions macam question 1, umur berapa, kan? I guess it's important. It's basic questions, umur berapa? You want to know, it's to get the context of the person's life. The person you nak kahwin tu, you want to start getting a context of this person, context dia apa, who are you, kan? And also these questions is based on feedback from the clients I'm coaching, the questions yang they are concerned with, the things they are concerned and they want to know from their bakal calon jodoh, and how to eliminate fast, how to eliminate fast, because you don't want, because they're exhausted, because they're frustrated, they want to get rid of yang tak serius, just want to eliminate yang hampir-hampir dulu, then um, yang serius baru dia accelerate. Okay, so this is questions from my experience as a matchmaker and questions from other orang yang nak cari jodoh, so they can eliminate fast. Okay, boleh? So it's 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 a 360 type of questions, 360 degrees type of questionnaire. All right, so it might seem frivolous, but every questions have their meaning behind it, right? And also remember that it's not just what he or she answers in the question. It's also how they answer in the question. How, okay? How, not just what, but also how. Okay. So one, soalan pertama, umur berapa? Soalan kedua, adik-beradik berapa, anak ke berapa? Just to get a context of who you are, and to give a context. Introduce yourself. Kan? Kalau tak kenal, maka tak cinta. So, perkenalkanlah diri supaya you boleh dicintai. But janganlah bercinta sekarang. It's just it's a beginning of discussion. Okay. So, adik-beradik berapa dan anak yang ke berapa? Alright, how many siblings? There's kat atas ni BM, kat bawah tu English translation. The thing about the jodoh serious test kit ni is being developed by me and people I'm coaching, but it's written by me. So what I cannot guarantee is that they you know, what I cannot guarantee is if they will take others questions seriously, because this is just level 1. I have 15 plus other questions, but what I can guarantee is it's full of grammatical mistakes. I can guarantee that. Okay, so you nak focus on my grammar problem, or you nak focus on whether calon jodoh tu serious, up to you. Okay, guaranteed grammar mistakes, I'm guarantee. Alright, so soalan ketiga. Study kat mana, kenapa you study tu? Okay. Study kat mana, kenapa you study tu? Just to get to know what their minat, their profession, dia study kat mana. Alright. So, if he or she answers that, oh, I studied here, I studied that because of this. Kan? Oh, I studied here. Kalau you tahu someone else yang also study dekat tempat yang dia study tu, perhaps you can also inquire this person, karakter dia macam mana. Kan? You kenal another person yang study kat situ. You know tak Fulan ni yang study kat the same uni tu. Kan? Kalau dia cakap kenal, then, okay, do you know his or her karakter macam mana? Kan? So, it goes deep. It goes deep. And kerja kat mana dan kenapa kerja situ. Okay. Sometimes they want to work there. And sometimes they work there just because they have to work there. Tak ada opportunity lain. And they work there because they love the job and they love the company. Okay. So why this question is important adalah sebab you may know someone in that company, and you can ask that person, hey, do you know Fulan ni? Kan, di Fulan ni, and what is his or her character like? Yeah, what is his or her character like? And soalan kelima, okay, parents orang mana, tinggal kat mana sekarang? Okay. Alright, so here's what it is, okay. Usually this question is being asked is because nak raya nanti balik senang. Kalau orang Pantai Timur, dia nak kahwin orang Pantai Timur je, kan. This question matters to some people, really matters to some people. It helps to get a context, okay. Orang Pantai Timur nak kahwin orang Pantai Timur je. Orang Selatan nak kahwin orang Selatan je. Orang Utara nak kahwin orang Utara je. So sebab nanti raya nanti tak gaduh. So this is usually why this question is being asked usually. Okay. And all right. So Question 6. Siapa selebriti kegemaran dan kenapa? Kan? It seems like a frivolous question, but this question is a contribution from one of the ladies I'm coaching. Uh, when she said that her favorite celebrity is Keanu Reeves. Okay, contoh memang dia cakap Keanu Reeves. And then I asked her why. Oh, because he's humble, he's nice, he's a gentleman. And then I asked her, are those the qualities that you want in your spouse? And she said, yeah. You see, every question has an underlying reason behind it. Okay, so, okay, boleh? Okay, so, all right, cool. Are you beginning to see the depth of this seemingly surface layer question? Alright. Siapakah karakter kartun kegemaran dan kenapa? Okay, because you want to start light, but there's a different meaning behind this question. There's another meaning behind this question. Why this is important? And for example, if you were to ask me this question, I would say Samurai Jack. Why Samurai Jack? Because he's focused on saving his village, and along the way, he helps people without asking for thanks. He helps people and just still always focusing on saving his village, his loved ones. Along the way, they tolong orang without making a fuss and senyap jadi bantu orang, very stoic. And so that's why I a quality that I admire. So that's my answer. So if you like the Road Runner for some reason, I don't know. Maybe you have a reason behind it. Beep beep. Okay, so siapakah role model you dan kenapa? Alright, this is another important question, and tengoklah dia jawab siapa, kan? And how he or she answers this question. Alright, who are your role models and why? Kan? Kenapakah itu role model you? Okay, and you should be able to answer these questions yourself also. You should answer these questions yourself first, and then you give a link. Cakap, hey, kalau you serius nak kenal I, you isi borang ni boleh tak? You questionnaire saja, just to make sure nak kenal isi hati you macam mana, kan? Put it in a way of macam, oh, this is not to interrogate you, kan? Put it in a way of macam, oh, okay, since like you like my profile, would I like to get to know you more, and would you mind telling me more about yourself? Can I like to understand you better? And you give him or her this link, okay, so dia boleh isi, and you uh, minta dia reply kat you, okay, this is the answers I have written, okay. So you boleh baca, and you tengok, and you take your time and bacalah, alright. Instead of WhatsApping malam-malam, oh, dah makan ke belum? Kan, dah tidur ke belum? Malam-malam, orang dah tidur lah. Alright, soalan ke-9. Makanan apakah makanan kegemaran you dan kenapa you suka? Okay, really, we're Malaysians, right? Our favorite national pastime is eating or food hunting. Uh, isn't that what we do in our spare time? Isn't that what we do when we go online and Google or YouTube, or especially the pandemic, we learn to cook? And also you nak tahu bakal pasangan you suka makanan apa, or maybe allergic apa. Katakan you like, I know, my viewers are generally like makanan Melayu and Western, mainly these two, kan. Tapi kalau dia cakap, oh, I don't like makanan Melayu and I don't like Western, so yeah, I despise these things. I can't even stand the smell of it. So it could be trouble. Could it's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker. However, you want to know these things, kan? And soalan yang seterusnya, soalan ni, apakah yang you pernah buat yang you paling banggakan? Alright, bagilah si fulan tu chance untuk menyerlah, kan, bagi dia up sikit diri dia. So katakan, oh, I won the Iron Man, triathlon dan sebagainya. Oh, bangga-bangga. I've climbed Mount Everest. Kan? Bagilah dia chance untuk menyerlahkan diri. And then you put in your answer also, and he or she will put in their answer also. So um, also gives you a perspective of what he or she strives in life, what they're proud of, things that they're proud of. Okay, okay, boleh. Alright. So, apakah yang you pernah buat yang you paling banggakan? Contoh, for you see. Macam for me, if I were to say these questions, answer these questions, one of it is, hey, in fact, I wake up every morning, I look at the mirror, and I see someone who helps people get married within a year. That's part of my identity. Can and I am a servant of Allah. I am a son. I'm a husband and father, and I help people get married within a year. That's what I do. Let's rock and roll. That's how I start my morning while looking in the mirror. So, right, it's up to you. It's subjective questions. All right. So, apakah benda yang paling kelakar yang you pernah buat or terbuat or alami? Okay. Uh, I mean, we interweave the questions with something serious, something fun, something serious, something fun, something serious, something fun. Okay, so that keep this um light and joyful. You don't want to kick out that person out of the ball game too quickly. Right? Apakah benda yang paling kelakar pernah you buat? Okay, just thinking about that, I'm not gonna confess this question to you. It's just too funny and too crazy. Anywho, let's move on. Nasihat apakah yang you paling hargai? Nasihat itu dari siapa? Very important. What is the best advice anyone has ever given you, and whom gave you that advice? Deep. Okay, we had something serious, a fun question, and then we have a serious question. Fun question, serious question. Alright, nasihat itu dari siapa? Kan? Uh, okay, okay. Alright. So, okay, bagi dia Chan up balik, menyerlah balik. Apakah yang paling sering orang puji pasal you? Bagi dia chan up balik. Okay? What do people compliment on you most frequently? Kan? Uh, what like? Oh, you're smart, intelligent. I mean, for me, the biggest compliment anyone has given me frequently is I'm very persistent. I think I take that as a compliment. Okay, Zuri, you're very persistent. Okay, if it's worth the fight, then I persist. That's why I. How else would I? Because it's worth the fight. It's worth the cause. Okay, because just to elaborate on me sharing skit, uh, I'm persistent in bantu orang cari jodoh is because I have a vision. I have a vision untuk menzahirkan next generation yang soleh dan solehah yang boleh mendoakan jannah untuk generasi kita ni, generasi mak bapak ni dengan pelan pantas jodoh. That's my vision for the next generation. It's not just bantu you cari kahwin just for fun, not just bantu you kahwin just for because it's a cool or sexy thing to do, kan? Not just because I have the skill for it and experience for it, but my vision is for the next generation, for you and your children, uh, jadi soleh dan solehah insyaAllah yang mendoakan jannah untuk you, uh, your children, my children also, kan, including, so that jadi bekalan akhirat kita, kan. So our children's future and our bekalan akhirat. That's why I persist on doing this. It's not easy, jadi tukang cari jodoh. Nampak seems like something fun and fluffy. You think so, okay? You might think so, but there's a lot of psychological depth that needs to be addressed, and traumatic past experience, past relationship that needs to be healed, and empowerment that needs to be instilled. And as a matchmaker, I that is a process, a journey that I am honored to go through, because the goal is that for the next generation. Okay, jodoh, the next generation. All right, okay. And as a matchmaker pun, believe it or not, I I get death threats. I get death threats. Why? Because orang sangka I bantu polygamy. No, I tak bantu polygamy punya request. Okay, let me make this very clear. Let me make this very clear. Um, uh, orang sangka I bantu polygamy, and some feminist group basically gave me a death threat. Say they would hunt me down and kill me if I help people with polygamy. Uh, like, so should I make a police report or not, or is she just nuts? Kan? So, so it's like, by the time I'm already used to death threats already. So, it's like, and I still persist because my goal, my vision is bigger than death threats, and I have bigger enemies than such death threats. So, um, it it's let me be clear, I tak bantu polygamy punya efforts. There are maybe other people who can do that if you want, but if you are looking for polygamy, this is not the platform. Let me make this very clear. Uh, I help singles yang belum pernah berkahwin, singles who are divorcees, singles who are single father, singles who are single mothers. Okay, singles yang status dia single, okay? Status dia single. Single dia status dia single, okay? Kalau dah nak tambah cawangan tu, I tak boleh tolong. Kalau akak-akak yang nak bantu suami dia tambah cawangan, I tak dapat tolong. Sis, kak, I cannot. I've had those requests. I say I'm sorry, I cannot help. It's just not my focus. Alright, I bantu single people yang belum pernah kahwin, single divorcees, single fathers and single mothers. Okay? Okay, even that, bagilah Chan orang single, kan? Okay, so that's why I persist on helping you kahwin. Alright, because of the vision of the next generation yang soleh dan solehah. Okay, untuk bekalan akhirat kita. Boleh? Okay, alright. So, soalan seterusnya. Portal ikhtiar apa yang you guna untuk cari jodoh? This is just to know, kan, kalau he or she is talking to you about marriage, and then you go onto that portal, he or she is talking to someone else at the same time, that's a big red flag right there. Because why? Because in ta'aruf, cara Islamic, you can only speak to one person about marriage at one time. You cannot talk to multiple calon at one time. Haram. Okay? Tanya ustaz. Tak percaya tanya ustaz. You cannot talk to, katakan, it's like having multiple fiancés or girlfriends. Boleh tak? Multiple boyfriends. Boleh tak? Kan? And so many um, perkenalan tak jadi because she and him, they're talking to each other, and then when she goes on the portal jodoh, he is still on the portal jodoh talking to other people, even though he says that he is giving her a priority. No, cannot. Tak boleh. You cannot talk to uh, ta'aruf with more than one person at the same time. Okay, that's why you, kalau tak nak, you call it off quickly. Call it off quickly. Give the ultimatum or call it off. Then you move on. You talk to someone else. Kalau you tak nak with the current person. Okay, you cannot talk to multiple calon jodoh pasal kahwin at the same time. Just one at a time. One at a time. Okay, please be clear on that. So this is the reason behind that question, Ken. And also to know that uh, why is he or she is on that platform. Why did you choose that platform? Some platform, um, from the ladies that I'm coaching, they say some are really have really the, she said cheap ones are really macam hampir people. And but expensive ones, not so hampir, but too liberal. So you have to find the right pond, the right pond, or on which frogs you want to eliminate. Okay, find the right pond. The word pond here is used macam uh, how many frogs do you have to kiss to find the right one? Kan? Contoh lah, contoh. It's just an analogy. I'm not asking you to kiss frogs or people. Okay, and which pond tu kolam mana lah yang you nak pergi, which is the right pool of people that you want to meet. Okay, lubuk mana, lubuk mana. Okay, so soalan seterusnya, and apa yang you faham mengenai tata tertib ta'aruf untuk berkahwin dalam Islam? Like just to quickly recap, apa yang you faham mengenai tata tertib ta'aruf untuk berkahwin dalam Islam is one, is like I mentioned, be very clear on this. You cannot ta'aruf with more than one person at a time. That's one. Okay. Two, there are limitations like al-fudul and al-afaf. I explain things that will lead you to halwat, things that will break your heart. Essentially, nak senang, perkara yang Allah tak suka, jangan buat. Okay. Perkara yang Allah suka, silakan. So, tata tertib. Yeah, tata tertib. Of course, it has to be respectable. It has to be respectable. It has to be, uh, and it's important to not invest emotions sebelum you nikah. Very important. Because kalau dalam the problem with WhatsApping back and forth without knowing, asking substantial questions is you build uh, the emotional investment, and you put emotional investment, you get high hopes, and it doesn't go anywhere, lepas tu tak jadi, right? So um, I think I'll have another video on explaining the tata tertib in more detail. Okay, sebenarnya senang je, as long as we buat benda yang Allah suka dan tak buat benda yang Allah tak suka, just that. Okay, but sometimes we need to elaborate and explain and spell it out. All right, so um, 16. Okay, you rasa penting tak timba ilmu perkahwinan sunnah secara konsisten dan kenapa? Do you believe it's important to consistently learn about the sunnah in marriage and why? So this question, purpose dia, the reason behind it is whether your calon jodoh tu believe in continuously learning to improve marriage. Alright, how to communicate with your spouse, cara Rasulullah SAW did, and how to improve love and marriage continuously, because it is a growing process. Love and marriage is a growing process towards Allah. So that's the reason behind this question. If dia cakap, alah dah kahwin nak improve buat apa kan? Lepak je lah, goyang kaki. Kalau dia cakap macam tu, well, bahaya, okay? So, continuous and never-ending improvement is why uh, our faith, Islam, suruh kita sentiasa menimba ilmu, kan? Not just academically, but also in our adab, etiquette, our love life, all this stuff, important stuff. And the thing about marriage, kan, unfortunately, uh, we get education, academic education for the past 20, 30 years even, and academic education, so that we become professionals and different level professionals, which is good, you become, professionals. At the same time, we don't receive enough education to maintain and improve our marriage. Uh, Khusus perkahwinan yang mandatory tu, 2 days is not enough. In fact, it's an ongoing process, and so it's great to have someone, a spouse who wants to grow towards Allah together by improving communication, improving how to be romantic the way Rasulullah SAW did, kan? Uh, all right, Okay, okay. All right. So, question 17. Can you have to know what you want and what you don't want. Very, very important. Muy, muy importante. See, um, you hisap rokok atau vape, and you sanggup berhenti merokok, vape atau tidak. Alright. So it's a question. This is not a gender biased question. I know women vape too. Some women pakai tudung tapi vape. Um, alright. Okay. So, alright. So, next question. You rasa kenapa akhlak agama iman penting dalam kehidupan dan perkahwinan? Tengoklah dia jawab apa. Always remember, it's not what he or she answers, it's also how he or she answers. How, right? And then, you rasa apa yang you paling akan menyesal jika you tak kahwin? Contoh, tak ada keluarga, tak dapat tinggalkan legacy yang anak soleh dan solehah. Contoh, okay? What will you regret most? What will you regret most if you don't get married? Can so that will help him or her put some perspective on, if I don't get married, then I might regret this. And also, in contrast, to regret uh, is gratitude, syukur. Yeah, what would you be most grateful for if you get married? You know, apakah yang you paling syukuri sekiranya you kahwin? Sekiranya you kahwin. Contoh, bekalan doa anak yang soleh dan solehah ke jannah. Contoh, okay? It's up to you. But these are the usual things that why people want to get married. They want to have children yang boleh buat bekalan doa untuk ke jannah. Okay? Right. So, next question. Okay. You dah dapat vaksin ke belum? Are you anti-vax? You percaya flat earth theory? Well, this would be interesting. You want to know whether this person is of the same mind, same values. In fact, all of this question is to test and to see whether your values match. Okay. The issue with most dating apps is face value. Tengok muka, on tak on kan. Swipe, 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 tengok muka, tengok gambar je. But these questions is about principles, it's about faith, and mainly it's about values on those things. Value kehidupan kita. Nilai-nilai hidup. Okay? Because looks will make him look. But personality, values will make him stay. Okay? Remember that. Him or her lah. I mean, of course, looks are important, kan? You, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder juga. It's not everything and all and be all, kan? Macam someone gave an example. Angelina Jolie pun divorce juga, betul tak? Kan? J-Lo pun being dumped. So, is looks everything? In fact, there's a TED talk about this model on. She said that looks on everything. Trust me, I'm a model. Yeah, you can look up for that TED talk. And okay, it's about values. Values are what one of the strongest foundation that keeps a marriage strong and stable and together. Okay, play. Right. So, uh, all these questions are mainly about value matching. Value matching. Does your value match with his or her value? Okay. All right. So this is not face value. This is life value. Okay. Alright. So next question, bayangkan jika perkahwinan suami isteri adalah berpasukan. Apakah peranan suami isteri? Adakah uh, dia rasa because of his upbringing, contoh just the guy, kerja bini kerja and cook and clean, look after the kids. The guy balik buka kasut, baring lepak depan TV. Tanya, "Hey, dinner apa malam ni? Makan apa? Tak siap lagi. Rumah sepah." Like, so you want to get his or her perspective on marriage. What are the roles of husband and wife? To that. All right. So Kalau dia cakap, "Okay, I can help my wife cook and clean, look after the kids and do laundry, can. And as long as you come home before Maghrib, that's it." In fact, those were my criteria. Essentially, like as long as she has a degree, any degree, to show that she can start and finish something, and um, I, she wants to have a career, great, up to her. If she wants to continue her career, and uh, and I'll help with the cooking, cleaning, looking after the kids. But you just be home before Maghrib. That's it. Yeah, just be home before Maghrib because I will. Because I'm gonna be looking after the kids before Maghrib. Alright. So I mean, suami mana yang tak jealous kalau bini lepas Maghrib pun tak balik lagi kan? So kan, betul tak? Okay. Alright. So next question. The question is, kalau you jadi Perdana Menteri, you nak buat apa? Wah, I'm not gonna give illustration to this. Saja, it's not just a filler question It's not a filler question. Tengok dia jawab apa, kan? If you were the first woman prime minister, what would you do? If you were current minister or you become a minister, what would you do? What are the things you would do? Social economic reform, da di da. Tengoklah dia punya intellectual ke or very basic answer kan. Macam, oh, I want to make tak ada toll, semua toll free. Okay, sure, why not? If he talks about social economic reform of and bas- very deep thought stuff, that would be interesting. Can someone who has actual thoughts about good governance and so forth. Okay. Hmm. All right. So, apa pandangan you pasal polygamy? Kan? This is important. You know why? Sebab ramai takut nak tanya soalan ni. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you fail to ask, you 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 plan to get screwed up. Okay? So, apakah pandangan you pasal polygamy? What are your views on polygamy? Uh, I've asked so many ladies, what are your questions for your future spouse, kan? And then dia cakap, tak apalah, asalkan dia terima aku seadanya. Okay, kalau dia polygamy dengan you, okay tak? Tak. So, you know, I soalan the application that a lot of the application I receive are very, unfortunately, let me just say it bluntly, okay? Very from a point of view macam aku ni tak mencukupi, aku ni terima je lah siapa-siapa je kan. Tak kisahlah kau siapa, tak kisahlah your values tu apa, asalkan kau terima aku seadanya. Makes me very sad. I'm saying as it is, okay? Makes me very sad because you don't realize that you're worthy. You don't realize that you're lovable. You don't realize that um, you you should be respected, and you don't ask serious questions, which will get you in trouble. And if you are okay with polygamy, fine, fantastic, but no harm asking. No harm asking. All right. So ask serious questions. Sama ada, dah kahwin nanti, are you nak kahwin lagi satu ke? You nak tambah ke tak? Dia cakap tak nak, kan? Tak apa. Okay. Right. For me, my example, my personal, my wife asked me, she just outright basic. I was joking, kan? No. I put a joke on Facebook and basic about polygamy. And then my wife asked me, "Is it true that all guys dream of polygamy?" And I answered, "I can't dream of being nagged by another woman for the rest of my life." Okay, joke, gurau. Okay, joking with my wife. And then she said, "Oh, that's not funny." It's funny to me, right? But it went on with. But she said it's okay if I want to marry another one, as long as I'm not sneaky about it. Okay, fine. Thank you for your trust. But I don't want to. I tak larat. Nak fikir lagi seorang pun tak larat. Malas. Memang I just don't want to think about it. But she cakap, just let her know. Okay. But, yeah, let me explain this. But I told my wife, huh? Just let her know. Just let you know. I think you have a bigger responsibility than that. You know, it's not just me marrying another woman in my life, have another woman in my life, but y- you as a kakak, can you have to make sure this other woman is would fit into our team. You know, you and I and the kids, she would bring value to our team, not just I saja shop sebab dia cun ke apa ke, whatever reason. uh, she has to bring value to the team. It's not just nak shock sahaja. She has to bring good akhlak, iman. She has to benefit and value the team that we have right now. And she go, oh, okay, right, cool, right. But kalau I nak, tapi tak larat, malas. It's like, nak fikir pun malas. Okay, seorang pun aku tak larat. Seorang pun aku, it's like, oh, this is marriage is, continuous hard work. So, all right. So, um, so ask these serious questions. Let me elaborate a bit more. Ladies, especially ladies, yang send me application, please don't tell me again yang terima aku seadanya type of answers. It makes me sad. Tell me what you want in your spouse that is based on akhlak and agama. You want a husband yang which has a quality of an imam, contoh kan, akhlak dia macam Rasulullah SAW, and insyaAllah kan, and empowered type of questions, okay. Because it makes me sad. It makes me sad. Macam terimalah aku seadanya, tak kisahlah siapa-siapa. So if you meet a drug dealer, then okay lah. Of course, I don't have drug dealers on my list, but contoh um, so tak nak. Okay, then please know what you want. That's what these questions are for. Know what you want. Be empowered. Be an empowered Muslimah and marry an empowered Muslimin. So you have empowered anak-anak yang soleh dan solehah. I know I tengah menceloteh ni, but because no one else is telling you this, kan? No one else is really telling you this. Nak kahwin tu sebab syok ke, sebab kerana Allah dan untuk dapat anak-anak solehah. These are the things I'm telling you, right? Because I don't think enough people are telling this. Banyak macam very fluffy romantica stuff. Okay, so what I do with my coaching classes is I empower you, inshallah, yeah, make you realize that you are worthy, you are lovable, you are worthy of respect, you are respectable, remind you that you are a Muslimah that is empowered. Okay, and brothers, what you cannot play around with the ladies that I'm coaching, okay, because these are empowered women. Because I've prepared and made them ready to handle men, not boys, men. All right. Okay. Okay. So their expectations are realistic, but they want proper Muslim men. Okay. And brothers, I will have a coaching sessions with guys too, inshallah. Okay. See who is willing to 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 man up to these women. All right. Okay. The women I'm coaching. All right. So, 25th question is, you risau tak selebriti yang you minat tu adalah gay, bisexual, or kunyit? There's a reason behind this question. You figure out why. All right. Okay. So, when you are done with answering these questions, and save to account. Okay. You can make it private if you want. But if you make it not private, I can see it, I can view it. So when I can see it and view it, I will be able to understand you better, and I will have a better perspective on who you are, and be able to match you with the right person. Can say you, a lady, you save this, and I see this, and then another guy, he saves this question juga. I tengok macam, so and so nampak macam have a similar values in life, similar hobbies, similar perspective in life. It's like maybe I should match them. So if you make it not private, I can see it. Okay. And then I can match them and I put them in the same matching pool. All right. So I can help matchmake you. Okay. So remember to save. Okay. Remember to save. And then atas sekali. Right. And then the same link you can give to the guy yang you jumpa or guy or girl yang you jumpa. This link kat atas ni, so that you tahu at least dia serious atau tidak. Kan? Alright. So, and I will put this video, explainer video in this part. So, you boleh tengok, dia boleh tengok explanation. Alright. So, alright. Cool. Okay. There are more series of questions based on different categories such as finance, in-laws, children, finance, in-laws, children. 15 categories total. Actually, I'm adding more. About 15 I've completed. So that you boleh tanya. So, you nak tahu level 1 is basically elimination. And elimination is whether they're serious or not. Level 2 is acceleration. Tengok dia compatible with you or not. So you eliminate yang hampir, and then yang okay, you tengok compatible or not. Compatibility is very important. Sukufu is very important. Okay. And memilih is important. You kena pilih. Bukan sahaja you terima seadanya. Okay. All right. Because it's important. It's important. This is not just you and having a spouse yang you can just to macam, oh, asalkan aku ada status sebagai suami atau isteri. No, that's not enough. This is a matter of you building your pathway towards Allah, to grow towards Allah, to have anak-anak yang solehah. This is about your jannah. Okay. And jannah anak-anak you. And I've said this before, it's very important, is that your children already have an amanah on you, so that you find a good spouse, because that is the amanah that you already have. Okay, your children punya amanah dah amanahkan kat you, your future children, your unborn children dah ada amanah on you to find a good spouse. Okay. So that's why these things are all important. It's not frivolous, right? So it's about your jannah. It's about your amanah to your children, and it's about you having a companion for life to grow towards Allah. Okay, very important. It's important things. I hope you are listening because you know this is important. All right. Okay. Cool. So, I will send this link first and foremost to the Telegram group and Nak Jodoh BFF group and Nak Jodoh Bros group. Okay, the public will get it a bit later. Okay, I prioritize people yang serious sebab I nak bantu orang yang serious. Okay, I also have to filter. I cannot help everyone yang tak serious tu later. Kan, I bantu orang yang serious dahulu. So the people yang serious are already in these groups, in the Telegram group, in the Nak Jodoh BFF group, and Nak Jodoh Bro group. Okay, all right. So why I'm separating Nak Jodoh BFF, which is for women, and Nak Jodoh Bro group for men, is because this is how I filter. Okay, and when I know for sure, because I'm a guy, all right, that men will want to ask questions when there are no women around. Yeah. Questions that they don't want women to hear. Okay. It's a gentleman thing. And they have more privacy lah. And then women also want privacy. Okay. And we don't want men and women to stalk each other too soon before you're prepared. And I really really don't want this to be like one of those Facebook groups yang oh single gersang type of pages. Aku tengok pun malu kan. This is not those group. This is untuk mendapat jodoh cara yang Allah suka. Okay? Okay, cool. I will send this link to the serious groups first. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. And biasalah, ada soalan you can ask in the Telegram group. You can ask in the Nak Jodoh groups. Alright, so seperti biasa, kita doa sebelum undur diri. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik kepada ibu bapaku, yang disayangimu untuk mendapat keredaanmu, berganding bahu bersama ke jannahmu, ya Allah. Amin. Type amin, say amin. Type amin, say amin. Type amin in the comments below. Type amin in the comments below. Okay, so any questions? Any issues with the questionnaire? The Jodoh Series Test Kit? Let me know. Okay? Let me know in the groups, in the Telegram group. Okay, semoga Allah permudahkan. Semoga you mendapat perkahwinan yang manis berkat bahagia. Semoga you mendapat anak-anak yang solehah yang mendoakan jannah untuk you, bekalan akhirat you. Okay, that's what I want for you. Okay, mana tahu kita juga berbesan. Who knows? Who knows? Kan? Allah saja yang tahu. So, this is for the next generation, including my children. Okay, alright. So, thank you very much for joining. Saya nak jodoh Coach Zuhri, undur diri. And ingat, cinta diri, cinta mari. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.